Welcome back to Ozarks Live. We are back once again to talk all things Survivor.
Yes, Cami, and today we have a very special guest. So we have season 33 Survivor winner of Millennials vs. Gen X, Adam Klein. Thanks for joining us, Adam. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We're
Great.
wonderful.
We're so excited to talk to you today. We have some serious questions for you.
Okay, let's get into it.
Well, the first thing is, what made you want to initially apply for Survivor?
So my first ever screen name back when we had like AIM and those sorts of things was Soul Survivor Adam. This was when I was like 9-10 years old when the show first started airing. So it was one of those like childhood dreams. Like some people want to be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company or score the winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. Like I wanted to starve for 39 days and poop in the ocean on national television. That was my dream.
Are you a natural fighter by, deep down?
I mean, it was just, I don't know what it was. I think it's like the mix of the fact that you don't need to be the most physical. Like, I'm not a huge guy, and it is such a physical show, but Sandra Diaz-Twine is the best to ever play, and she's not physical at all. She's never won an immunity challenge. So I saw people like that winning the game and doing well, and I was like, oh my God, maybe like this is the kind of thing that I could do. And it's pretty inspiring in that sense.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Yeah, absolutely, Adam. And Sandra Diaz-Twine is one of my favorites, so I'm really happy you just mentioned her.
One of my favorites as well. She's the only person I didn't actually get to play with on Winners at War, and I was so disappointed because I wanted to work with her so bad.
Yes, she was out way too soon at Winners at War. But speaking of season 40, so we know that you won season 33, obviously, and you returned for Winners at War. What were both experiences like for you on those seasons, and how did they kind of compare and contrast?
Well, I would say the first was better and more profitable. I mean, nothing will ever beat the first time that you play Survivor, because when you're out there for the first time with other people who are playing for the first time, everybody is so excited to be there, and this is their dream come true. When you come back for a returning player season, it was still a dream come true for me, like getting to play. I envisioned myself getting on Survivor, winning Survivor, and being invited back to play and win an all-winners season when I was a kid. So this was all part of the dream. But for a lot of these people, they had played Survivor many times by that point. Like some of these people were on their 5th time playing the game. And so the luster, the shine of it kind of wears off a little bit, and it becomes more of a job for them. So the magic of that first season is that everyone is like experiencing this magical dream that's so surreal together, and that's just something you can't replicate.
I can see how the magic might be gone by the next time that you're on there.
I mean, not for me. I still love everything about it, but I think for a lot of people it becomes more of a job, and that's too bad, but that's natural as well.
Yeah. So are you in contact still with anybody from season 33?
Definitely. I'm really close with a lot of those people. You know, we don't talk all the time because we lead different lives, but that's my family. Those people, I mean, I was very lucky to play on a season with a bunch of just really, really nice, good people. So absolutely.
Awesome. So, Adam, we know that you do some work helping people who are interested in applying for Survivor. So what's like your key piece of advice you would have for those that are wanting to be future castaways?
Aside signing up to come work with me? My main advice, so I would say 2 pieces of advice. The first thing would be you have to just start filming yourself, because a lot of people are like, I've wanted to do this forever, but then when you ask, well, have you ever applied? They're like, no. Well, then you don't have a chance. The only way to have a chance is to actually make that audition video. That's the first step. After that, I would say like the biggest thing that people neglect in their audition videos is they don't think about how important it is to show off their perspective, the way that they think, the fact that they have opinions, that they're passionate and can speak with conviction about things, because they think if they just like show off their experience and a bit of their personality, those things are important. But they also, when you're in confessional on the show, they don't just want to know what is happening at camp. They want to know what you think about what is happening at camp. So the more you can speak your mind, the better off you're going to be in this process. And that's a piece that most people are not thinking about. But I do have a casting coaching business. And if people are interested, they can go to adamklein.com/casting to learn more about how I work with people on their auditions.
Yes. Now, I want to know, I know it's completely physically challenging, but mentally, what would you say about that? I mean, was it as mentally exhausting as it seems like it might be?
Yeah, I mean, the show, one thing that people don't always realize about the show is that it is the real deal. Like, you are actually truly out there starving and sleeping under the stars, and it's cold at night, and there's all these elemental things that are working against you, and you're playing an incredibly high stress, mental, social, physical, emotional, and psychological game for $1 million, or in one case for $2 million on Winners at War. So you have to be able to deal with all of those elements and still be able to play the people. I always say to people, if you get hangry, Survivor is not the game for you. So I'm blessed with a very slow metabolism, which is not great in normal life, but on Survivor, I don't think I get as hungry as some of the other people out there. Like, in my normal day-to-day life, I could go easily all day without eating, which gets me into trouble sometimes. And people say, my dad's like, you have to eat. My grandma's like, Adam, have you eaten today? Wow. But on Survivor, I think that's a skill. That's a strength.
Yeah, very interesting. Hey, Adam, one last question for you. We just have to know, what are your thoughts on the current 41st season?
I love this season. I think that that the cast is incredible. I love like the shift in casting that's happened over the last few years, where it seems like even our villains are likable now. Like, everyone is rootable, everyone is interesting, and these guys came to play. Everybody's out there absolutely fighting for their lives, and I think that shows through. Maybe there's a few too many advantages this time around. I'd like to see a little bit more of people just being able to play without having the results of the challenge be reversed on them, as an example. But overall, I'm really, really enjoying this season. And I think they're making some interesting storytelling and editing choices this time. They're playing around with things that they've never done before. So if you're just new to the party, or you've never really watched Survivor before, or you haven't watched since season 1, I think it's a good time to come back to the show.
Okay, tell us one more time how people can get a hold of you if they do want some coaching on this.
So on Instagram, I'm at Survivor Adam. I'm at Adam Scott Klein on Twitter. But the best way is just to go to my website, and you can contact me and email me directly through my website. It's just my name, adamklein.com, and you can click the link for casting on there. And I list all the ways that you can get in touch with me and work with me on your audition video. And it is, honestly, it's so much fun for me. I really love to help people through this process, because it's all about storytelling, and anybody can get good at this.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us, Adam. We really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
And you can watch the new episodes of Survivor every Wednesday right here on Caller 10. We'll be right back.